Hello guys, I'm Chandrika, Power Platform Consultant working in Tsinfo Technologies. I'm back with one more video tutorial on Power Automate Desktop. So today in this video, let's see how to create variable data types in Power Automate Desktop. We can discuss about the different types of variables that we can create in the Power Automate Desktop in this video tutorial. So let's go and open the Power Automate Desktop app. As you can see here, I have opened my Power Automate desktop app. This is the workspace window. I have already created the flow. So here now I will explain only the variable data types. So what are these variable data types? Variables are like containers that store and save the data during the flow execution. In a short term, we can say it as storing data in one action and using it in another action while designing the flow. So these are basically what a variable is meant to be. A variable can be like any type. It can be a text, it can be a number, it can be a Boolean value, or mixing up with these values. Also, we can store it as a variable. When it comes to the Power Automate cloud flows, there is a initialize variable. So we can select there, we can create a variable by choosing its type and providing the value in it. But when it comes to the Power Automate desktop, when we provided the value, the Power Automate only will convert it into a specific type based on the content we have provided. Like if you provided as a text, it will automatically convert the type into the text. If it is a numeric value, then it will convert it into a number data type. So this is how it works. So let's see about how to create the simple data types as well as the advanced data types. So here we don't have any initialized variable like that in the Power Automate cloud. We'll be taking set variable here. And one more thing I forgot to say is, let me open my notepad. In the Power Automate desktop, to use the variable into the another action, you have to enclose it with the percentage. The variable should have to be enclosed with the percentage on before and after the content. Otherwise, it won't take it as a variable. If the percentage is not there, it will only read as a hard-coded content. It won't read it as a variable. So you should have to mention the percentage before and after to the content. This is the set variable. If you are giving simply any name here in the value section, we don't need to select any type here. It will automatically type as a text. Say, let's save it. This is the text data type. Text data type as you have seen, and I will drag one more set variable to show you the numeric data type. For the numeric data type, if you are taking the value like manually, it will directly take the data type as numeric. But if we wanted to perform any mathematical operations like addition, subtractions, and multiplications like that, we need to provide the value enclosed with the percentage. So let me show you here. This is the value I was taking as a 10. Then it will show as a 10 for the numeric value. I will take one more set variable to show you how the mathematical operations we can perform. If I was taking it as, you can rename here the variable. Take percentage 10 into 10 percentage. So this is how you can perform the mathematical operations. Let's save it. This value should have to return as 100 when it multiplies in the flow variables. Let's save the flow and run it. I will show you the set variable text one and numeric one, as well as the mathematical operation performed with the numeric value. Let's run the flow. Now let's see. You can see the flow variable has given, this is the text value, John, and the second variable, numeric value. It has been converted into the numeric value type 10, and this is the price. This is also a numeric value, but we have performed the mathematical operation with the numeric value, so it has given the 100. Now let's see the variable Boolean type. The Boolean type will give the true or false based on the condition we have taken. I'm taking one more set variable here. Here we'll check whether the price is greater than 500 or not. We already have the price variable, so I will take that variable. Let's click on this and we'll take the price variable. When we double click this, it will add inside the percentage. Let's see, greater than 500. This is the condition I was giving, and you can change the variable name as well. I have renamed it to is price high. This is the variable name I have provided, and click on save. Now let's run the flow and see whether the set variable is whether the variable is price high is giving the true or false. Save. The flow is saved and run. When you click on the flow variable that present right to the workspace, it has provided the Boolean value that is true or false. So it will automatically consider the values based on the content that we are providing. So this is about the simple data types, that is text, number and Boolean. Now let's come to the advanced data types. Advanced data types is nothing but the collection of simple data types. Like if your advanced data types are nothing but the collection of the simple data types that form the complex structure, like list and data tables and custom objects. So these are the three data types that I will explain here. Let's come to the list data type first. So list data type, you can create this type of data type in a Power Automate desktop when you wanted to store the information that are for a list of values that are of the same data type. So let's take this. You can create it with the create a new list. There is a one action will be there. So search for create new list under the data table. As you can see, create new list action is present. Drag and drop it to the workspace. So it will take the create new list and click on save. Then it will add to the workspace, but it will create a empty list. We have to add the items to the list. So click on save. I will show you after running the flow. It will create the new list like the empty list, and the how we can add items to this. Add items to the list. Drag and drop it here. I will add two values. So I will take two, add to data, add item to list values. Oh, so in the create new list, let me rename the variable produced. I will rename it to employee names. Employee names. Click on save. I want the list of employee names. So after that, add item to list. Drag and drop it here. The value which we need to add. I will add the value, and the same time here into the list to which list we are going to add. So click on this variable and take employee names. Double click it, then it will add. Click on save, and let's add one more. In the add item to list, here I will take the variable that we have stored as a text in the beginning. Let's take new var which has the text value, that is the name, and in which list we were adding, we'll take that employee names list. Click on save. Now let me save the flow and run it. Now you can see this is the list of text values. It has the row index as well as the item. The This is the employee names variable, Joanne and John. This is how to create a list data type. So now let's see how to create the variable that is data table. Data tables are like it's a collection of other data types which will look like in a tabular format. It is simple like an Excel which has rows and columns. So let's create a data table. For creating a data table, we have create new data table action under the variables data table. So drag and drop it here. It will create a data table which has rows and columns. In this, we can also edit the rows and columns that we wanted to create. If you are adding it here, then it will add the columns. If you are adding like this, it will add rows. Click on save. Here also click on save. Now save the flow. And test the flow. So when you open the data table flow variable, you can see this is how you can create the data table. Column 1, by default it will take the values as column 1, column 2, like this only it will take, but we can rename it after that, and the row indexes also it will take. Close. You can also create a data table by using the set variable by providing the values in it. Let me show you how to create a data table by using set variable action which has a rows and columns. So I have renamed this one to products, and this for to create a data type by using the set variable, we have to provide the value in a array format that has the key as well as the value, and it should have to be enclosed within the percentage separated by the comma. As you can see, this has been separated by the comma, this has been separated by the comma. Whenever we are giving the values, it should have to be separated by the commas. Click on save. Now let's save and run the flow. Test it. We want the products variable. So when we click on products, this is the data table. It has been created, that is price, product name, and the values. Close. So let's see how to create the custom object. The custom object is like the different types of variables that can be in a one single type. So which can be converted into a JSON also. So let's see how to create that one. We can create it by using the set variable. I have renamed it to the product details, and we can give the value within the and you can provide the value within percentage enclosed, and within the brackets you can provide the value here. For variables, there shouldn't be a space, so remove that if you are including. So in the value, the value should be enclosed within the percentages and within the curly braces in a paste notation. If it is a product name, then we have to take it as a value, and code this one, and stock. As you can see here, the product name is a text type, and code is also a text type, but in stock is a Boolean type. Click on this is like mixing up all the data types. Click on save and save it and run the flow. When you click and see the product detail variable, as you can see, this is the custom object. Variable type is the custom object. It has the values as well as the names. This is how to create different data types as a variables in Power Automate desktop flow. Last but not least, I wanted to show you one of our of our Power Platform related products that have been developed by our team. So these are the products that we have developed. You can go and check out this page. If you are in really need of this product, you can directly visit this page and click on the download solution. Then the product solution will be downloaded to you, and it is a paid one. These products are not for free, but it is a paid one. But you can have a look at these products. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Let's see you in the next video.